Hi, it's Gita with a quick follow-up to yesterday's post where I talked about Tulsi Gabbard accusing Obama of treason and saying she was going to release the evidence. This is that actual report that Tulsi Gabbard released, which she says is the evidence that President Obama and his administration manufactured evidence in an attempt to sway the election. And it's the only evidence that she has produced, at least so far, of this ongoing, decades-long coup. It has a set of findings and then a set of recommendations. And the big headline is there's really nothing here. In fact, their own finding number one says that the bulk of the intelligence community assessment judgments on Russia's election operations were sound and employed proper analytic tradecraft. There are four other findings which ask questions about whether the intelligence community considered all possible scenarios or whether they thought about what Vladimir Putin's motivation might have been in instances where he said something which was damaging to President Trump. But overall, none of the findings or any of the recommendations give any hint that there was any sort of conspiracy, that anything was manufactured, or that there was any attempted coup. Today, a number of Democratic Congresspeople have been calling for the Department of Justice to go ahead and bring charges then, if they believe that's true, because this whole piece of evidence that Tulsi Gabbard released, it really amounts to nothing. Unless more information comes out, I think that this is basically a dead story, which is why it's not getting a lot of news coverage. It definitely does seem like an attempt to distract from the Epstein investigation and the DOJ's about face on releasing those files. In fact, it's pretty suspicious that the Associate Attorney General has been down meeting with Ghislaine Maxwell in prison, 6 hours yesterday and another 3 hours today. A number of the women who the Department of Justice subpoenaed to testify against Ms. Maxwell, which is what placed her in jail in the first place, have gone online to say how betrayed they feel, that they were pressured into speaking publicly, and now some sort of investigation seems to be going on behind closed doors. And this whole thing has been a huge distraction for Congress. The House of Representatives was supposed to vote on 21 bipartisan bills and 5 Republican priority bills before they went on their August recess, and they were only able to vote on 6 of those because this Epstein drama is consuming so much of everybody's attention. So really, I think they need to release all the information. Lindsey Graham called for that today. A number of other Republican senators called for that today, so that this thing can just be put behind us and, just let the chips fall where they may.